This looks so great, it has been detached a lot. So hey guys, what is up? Welcome to another video. So in this one, I'm going to be going over how to retouch images in Photoshop. So let's get started. So first of all, you're going to open an image. So actually, I'm not going to open an image. I'm going to find it from Pexels, which is the free hidden stock image finder thing in Photoshop, which you can download. I already made a video, so you can go and watch it. It's going to be in the I button right here. Yeah. So I'm going to grab any image that's good here. Let's see. Let's just say this image. So the image of the dog has been loaded up. So let's get started. So what I mostly do is, even though this is not a raw image, I generally tend to go to filter and camera raw filter. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And I can make a totally separate video on the camera raw filter, but I'm gonna go really quick right here because camera raw is enormous and it can have huge effects on photos. So as you can see the histogram here, I'm gonna increase the temperature a bit, and I think it's a bit, just a teeny tiny little bit more exposure. I'm just gonna decrease the exposure, and the contrast is bit low, so let's just increase it. There we go. Now what the contrast does is it makes the whites whiter and the blacks blacker, so it adds definition to the photo. Now if I just increase it to the max here, as you can see, it made a huge difference than this if you have it at 0 or -100. I'd say teeny tiny little bit would be really good, but didn't need to do that. Okay. So the next thing is highlights, and I think the highlights don't need to be touched. Let me just decrease it a little bit. I'm gonna make the shadows a bit brighter and the whites a little bit darker. That's it. And that's basically it for this panel. Let's go to the tone curve now, and let's see what's gonna add here. I'm gonna add a little bit of, just a little bit of brightness here, not too much, and a little bit of contrast. So it makes a balance. So this is an S curve, which is the most known curve for its contrast. So let's just go to the next things. Actually, the next things, I don't really use them a lot because the first two panels are the most important. You can use this sharpening panel too. I generally don't tend to use it, but I can show you what it does. So if I just grab the zoom tool here and I zoom in a bit, as you can see, if I just increase the amount of sharpening, it'll increase the sharpening of the hair, or you can say it'll sharpen the image, and it's gonna create noise as well. Now here's noise reduction. Some people get confused in this. Don't increase the luminance unless you know what it is. Now what the luminance will do is it'll remove the noise, but at the same time it will remove some of the sharpening. So that's no point of using the sharpening panel. That's why I don't generally tend to use it. So I'm gonna add a little bit of it, but not too much because it creates noise. And if you want another video on how to reduce noise, I can do another video on that. So I'm going to click on yes or OK now, and let me show you the before and after in this image once it has been done. Okay, so now let's just show you the before and after. So this is the before, this is the after. It makes a huge difference in how the image looks. So now I'm going to create a vignette, and it's going to be a non-destructive vignette, so you can edit it anytime you want. So you want to create a new layer, and you want to just uh, drag the rulers. I can click on controlling, by clicking on Control R and drag the vertical rulers to the middle of it, and you can know it's the middle of it if it snaps itself on its own, as you can see here. And if it doesn't snap on its own, you can go to View and Snap. You're gonna do the same thing with the horizontal ruler as well here. Okay, so that's the perfect center point. That's what you want. Now we're gonna click on M for the marquee tool, and I'm gonna click on the elliptical marquee tool, and I'm gonna drag it from the exactly center point. There we go. So now I'm gonna keep pressing Alt, and I'm dragging it. This is gonna be option for Mac, and I'd say that much is good. Okay, so now I'm gonna hide the guides by clicking on Control H. Actually, that also removes the selection, so I'm just gonna drag them manually there and there. Now what we want to do is invert the selection, because if I just click on Alt backspace, it will cover that area, and I don't want that. You want to click on now to invert the mask or invert the selection, I'd say you're going to click on Control Shift and I. That's going to be Command Shift and I on Mac, and you're going to click on Alt backspace. That's going to be Option Delete on the Mac, and that basically fills out the space. So now what we're going to do is, this looks really sharp and it's not good at all. So I'm gonna select this layer, and you want to go to Filter, Blur and Gaussian Blur, and you want to choose the blur as per your requirement. This is a lot of blur, so I'm just going to decrease it a little bit, just teeny tiny little bit, because I don't want it to be showing up as a vignette. So I'm going to decrease the blur a bit, actually increase the blur a bit, and I'm going to click on OK. So if I just remove the vignette, you can see it makes a difference. As you can see, now the focus is totally on the dog's face. Yeah, so I'm now gonna make an adjustment layer with, what should I do? This image looks pretty much good as it is, but yes, I'm gonna add a small sneak little thing that you're gonna really like. You're gonna create a new layer here. Actually, let me just tell you what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a light source, actually a light falling on the dog's face from nowhere. So it's gonna look something like this. So first of all, you wanna choose make a new layer and choose the polygon and lasso tool, and then you wanna make a selection on the from this point to the dog's face. Let's say that much, and you wanna complete the selection right here. Okay, that looks good. Now what you want to do is, now it's really easy. Actually, you shouldn't, there was no need of making a new layer, so I'm going to delete that layer right here. Let me just delete this layer. Okay, so I'm just going to click on adjustment layers and curves. So once I add a curves adjustment layer, I am going to increase the curves on the brightness part a bit. Now this looks really unrealistic. So what I'm going to do to make it realistic is, I'm just going to control click on this thing, the selection or the mask, and then I'm going to do the same. Go to filter. Actually, let me just deselect it because I won't be able to make it out. Go to filter, blur and Gaussian blur. Now you don't want to add a lot of blur, as I told you in the vignette, because it's going to look a bit off. So let me just decrease the blur a bit. That looks decent, I'd say. Let me just increase it a little bit. Let's see how that looks. Okay, that looks good. But actually, still a kind of a sharp thing. That looks great. So now if I just remove it, and as you can see, it makes a difference. And if you want, you can add a lot of more brightness by just Control J and making duplicates of this layer. And I'm just gonna go to the curves right now, and I'm gonna decrease it because I think that it looks a bit too much. Yeah, that looks good. And if you want, you can go to the adjustment layers and you can add a photo filter. And in a photo filter, you can make it maybe we've actually increased the temperature already, but if you have not done that, you can choose the warming filter and increase the density a bit. As you can see, it also makes it kind of warm. And if you want something really cool, you can just decrease it to the lowest. And if you want it really cool, then you can go to the cooling filter, and that looks good as well, but I think the warming filter is better over the cooling filter. So let's just see the before and after. Okay, so let me just move this layer. Okay, so let's see it now. So this is the before and this is the after. This looks so great, you know. It has been retouched a lot, and you can do this a lot with other images. This was not the most great image to be retouched, and you can do much more on images. You can increase the hue saturation, you can increase the brightness and contrast, you can add layer masks and whatnot. And the next video that I'm going to be uploading, that's going to be probably tomorrow, is going to be on a cool way to dodge and burn. So be ready for that video, guys. Till then, guys, bye.